Greetings, Decalipa here. Today, I want to talk about something that's been popping off in the chat on the streams recently. You should join, by the way. We have been talking about Assassin's Creed and many things that series brings up. There are a lot of things you can say about this franchise. And as someone who has played an ungodly amount of this series, there's a lot of things we could discuss. Protagonists, stories, games, weapons, what have you. But one of the most common things, at least the ones we talked about even, is the settings. It got me thinking of the settings that were and the settings that might be. But today I decided to take a look back and see where we've been. And that is why today we are ranking all of the Assassin's Creed game settings. We will be looking at every single city and or region and or country that any protagonist has been able to visit, at least the mainline ones. I will give my 2 cents, my thoughts on the settings themselves. So without any further ado, let's get into the settings. Okay, starting off, we got Baghdad. That was an Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'll be honest, Baghdad's pretty good. It is. It was, especially if you take into the consideration that this was the first city game since Syndicate. There has not been a pure city game since Syndicate. This is the only one that came in between, and I swear to God, they really nailed it. The vibe, the architecture, the citizens, the ambiance, the sound, everything works. Baghdad is so gorgeous. It is, I would say, the highlight of Mirage. Genuinely, nothing else comes even close. Basim is not that good of a character. It's not a, it's like whatever. The story itself is like meh. But I swear to God, the city was on another level. This was developed by Ubisoft Bordeaux, and I really hope they put more games for these guys. Because these guys, and city games specifically, because these guys really get what makes a good city AC game. And honestly, it's because of that, I swear to God, I think this one's quite, I think this one's actually peak. Yeah, straight up. This one's going right in peak. Because like, this is the type of city that I want to visit. Swear to God, only reason I might even go back to play Mirage is the permadeath and the city. That's it. Straight up. Because we're also gonna include the soundtracks. Yes, we're also including the soundtracks to the city, because the soundtracks add a lot to each city. And straight up, I think Baghdad was just on another level good. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Next up, we got Constantinople, Istanbul. Okay, you gotta understand something. There's a lot of games that come out every day. And as a person that lives in a certain corner of the world, it is quite interesting and special when you get to experience a game that's set in a place, in a time, in a vibe that you get, right? Because almost every game, you know, you play as John America and you're like doing something in America, or you're playing as, you know, Hanzo Japan and you're doing it. It's like there's a couple of common settings. I truly give Ubisoft credit for going to different places where you truly get to get immersed by the setting. And I'm telling you straight up, Revelations is one of my favorite games, but in 2012, the first time I stepped into Constantinople, Istanbul, when I heard the sounds, when I saw the buildings, when I listened to the music, when I felt a vibe, that I was like I know stuff like this. Like I've been to places that feel like this. This was the first game that genuinely made me feel like this. And it's because of this reason this one is going straight to peak, and it is by far my favorite setting, and nothing even comes close. Straight up, this is, in my opinion, the perfect city game they've made in terms of the city. The architecture, the sound design, the music, the layout, the landmarks, the colors, the lighting, everything works. Out of all the games, this is the city that truly feels most alive to me. It is a straight up gem. I love it beyond all belief, and this is one of the major selling points for me for Revelations, and I swear to God I go back to it every single time. Yeah, it is just fantastic. Next. Up next we got Egypt. Egypt was the first of the RPG trilogies. It was the first. What if we made a country as a map? That opened up a whole different kind of worms. And yeah, I will say this. I think Egypt, in terms of the big map games, is the best one. It's best out of all three games. On top of that, I would say Egypt is pretty okay. Because the problem with it is that because the map is so big, you really can't make every region memorable. The map is huge. And out of the top of my head, the city that pops out the most is probably the one that's gonna pop up for everybody. It's Alexandria. Alexandria is really well designed, gorgeous. Other places, Crocodilopolis, Cyrene, Siwa, and that's pretty much it. And you know what's in common with all these? They're cities. The shivering sands, white sands, don't know what, at the southeast part of the map, it is without a doubt some of the most worthless real estate you could use. That whole area, I don't even know if you went into that area once, because like these games started to do that whole pattern of you move from a region to region to region. You know, you start in Siwa, you slowly get to Alexandria, then you go to Crocodilopolis, by the end you're in Cyrene, like it's like that. But there's literally just like huge stretches of land within this game where there's nothing, no mission, nothing. And it just feels dead. It is gorgeous, it looks beautiful, it looks nice, but I gotta be honest, like half of the map, not half, I would say like 1/3 of the map is just worthless, nothing to see, nothing. But here's the thing, Sarah made one of the best soundtracks. Origin's soundtracks is probably top 3 when it comes to the soundtracks of the series. And I would say that the sound design is pretty good too. The NPCs kind of act, You know what? I actually think that this one's solid. Yeah, it's solid. I was kind of debating on whether or not it would be mid, but when I think about it, it's pretty solid because there's some others that are more mid than this one. But like, I think this one's solid. It's pretty well designed, but again, 1/3 of the map, useless. It's too big. Some of the NPCs look a bit funky. Yeah, there's a couple of quirks to a lot of the things, but all in all, I think it's pretty good. And yeah, I think this one stands. Yeah. Next. Up next, we got Greece. Straight up fucking trash. This one sucks. This one it sucks. You know why? This one sucks. All of the goodwill this map gaps with the colors, topography, cities, NPCs, the beautiful, lush, vibrant beaches and forests and mountains. It is too fucking big! The setting pissed me off so much that it really ruined Odyssey. That was the first big crack in the entire series and it just ruined it. By the way, the soundtrack even for this one fucking sucks. The Eagle Bearer is the only one kind of good, but like every other song, this album was bad. This one was bad. Even the vibes are off. They are. It's like, it is beautiful. It is colorful. It is gorgeous, but like, just the vastness of how much of the map is just nothing. Like, what's the point of Arcadia? I think Arcadia was atop of Sparta. It's like that whole region, nothing happened. Macedonia, nothing until the DLCs came out. Nothing. It is just this map. This map pissed me off because, like, again, we can't just be like the settings in theory. These were all games. We saw what they did. The maps were made, and Greece, like Odyssey's map, is the worst one in the entire series. Straight up, you can't. It is the worst, and swear to God, it is. Everything good that this game could be, has, could offer, had, just gets muddied by how large it is, empty at places, repetitive. It is just like, that was already felt in Origins, but like here it got brought to a whole new level, and it is just, we're not doing this. No, it is trash. It's one of the worst ones. It is straight up doo-doo. Yeah. Up next we got the Caribbean. This one was in Black Flag. I'm gonna be honest, this one only has 3 memorable locations: Havana, Nassau, Kingston, Great Inagua, maybe 4 at these 4, Inagua. It only had these 4 memorable places. The vibes were there. They really were. It felt really much the Caribbean. It felt very much like warm, it's sunny. The soundtrack's pretty good. The people, how they spoke, how they acted, it was pretty nice, but it's just like, straight up 70% of the map is just the ocean. And just with those small islands. And I swear to God, that really gets old very quickly. I mean, I gotta be honest, this one is kind of weak, man. It is, cause like that all that space, that worthless real estate just brings it down. Like there's those, what are those places where you get stranded with Portugal and like at the beginning, I don't even know what they're called, but they're just jungles. And it's just like, there's nothing memorable. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, even here, one of the earlier games, if it's not a city, it's not memorable. And like, it really loses a lot. The vibe is kind of there in the soundtrack, but like everything else, like it really brings it down. It's not that fun to be in the big map if you're not fighting, more or less. But like, yeah, I mean, it just sucks in that regard. It really does. I don't know what to tell you. Next. Let's say you see one. These ones. It was Masyaf, Acre, Damascus, and Jerusalem. You know what, actually? Honestly, despite the fact that the whole game was literally just color filter the game, it was actually kind of impressive how they made each city feel different. How Damascus feels different from Acre, that feels different from Jerusalem, that feels different from Masyaf. The in-between lands, that was bad. The architecture is cool, it's kind of dated now. The soundtrack is not the best, let's be honest. City of Jerusalem is the only one that anybody ever listens to from this game. I mean, this one really suffers from being a little bit dated. It really does. Honestly, I think this one's kind of weak. Yeah, this one really suffers from age. It didn't age well. It's pretty old. I think that at the time it captured the vibe and whatnot, but like it doesn't hold up as much anymore. I mean, this is the exact opposite of the Caribbean, where like there is the vibe, there is the music, there is everything, but it just gets bogged down by the architecture of the setting of the map and everything, while the first one is brought up by the architecture, but like the other stuff that they just couldn't. They didn't get like that kind of like as intense of a vibe. They got the vibe, but just not as good as like maybe the Caribbean. Yeah, and like the technical stuff, just like graphics and such, it's a bit off. Yeah. Yeah. Up next we got Italia. I'm putting all of Italia because the first game and the second game rather, and Brotherhood, because I can't just do Roma. I'm gonna do both Monteregione and Venice and Florence, all that. This one, I mean, this one pretty nails it pretty good. We can't lie. Rome, my guy. It is such a good, well-designed map. It is kind of crazy how well they made Roma. Really good. And straight up from the second one, they kind of did the whole thing from the first game, you know, color filtered game, but they really had really emphasized it. Monteregione feels nothing like Florence. Florence feels nothing like Venice. It truly emphasizes the differences and brings up the strengths of each region, and it really brings a chart to it. Plus, I mean, Jasper Kidd, like, he kind of made the series with the second game's album, and like basically even the Brotherhood one, City of Rome, straight up, it's like so good. And like this is genuinely like, just, we like, let's be honest, this is peak. This is straight up peak, and I would even put it above Baghdad. Yeah, straight up, because Rome straight up is just that good. It really is. It, like, Baghdad's a phenomenal, but there's just something about Rome and Brotherhood. It's so good. There really is a charm. They really got everything from sound, vibe, look. They really got everything down. Yeah, easy as that. Up next, we got Japan. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Many of you know I haven't played Shadows. I don't intend to. I really don't have no will, no, there's just no enthusiasm. But Japan, everything I've seen, it really does suffer from all the RPG games where it's gigantic. It is just, you know what I mean? But here's the thing, straight up, I watched a lot of it, right? Ubisoft has always been good with like the world design. Like, it looks beautiful, or like, it's some things. After playing Ghost of Tsushima, bro, this just feels like, can we have Tsushima at home? We have Tsushima at home. This is literally that we have the Tsushima at home, and it's because of that reason I'm gonna put him in like weak. It's worse than the Holy Land. It's not trash like Greece, straight up. It sucks, and like the vibe, even like everything, the vibe, no, the soundtrack, garbage. It's just weak, truly is. Yeah, I'm not that with it. Yeah, straight up. Up next we got London, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This one is interesting because, see, this is the exact same thing with Caribbean, where the vibes are pretty on point. I think, genuinely, to capture a setting, I think this one did it the best. London truly feels like Victorian London. This whole map, wherever you go, Trafalgar Square, Big Ben, if you go into Greenwich, wherever you go, whichever borough, this really feels like Victorian London. It is. The vibes are immaculate. The clothing, the soundtrack, the ambiance, the noises, the like, everything about London in this game really seeps incredible charm and charisma. Just like the Caribbean, it suffers from technical issues. This game, straight up, like, it's not parkour friendly. That's why they gave you the hook blade. That's why they turned you into fucking Spider-Man. It's like, it's not parkour friendly. It's too tall, too wide, and like, technical wise, it just fails. But with that being said, I think this one's kind of mid, and that's why, because like, in difference to the Caribbean, it's not as huge. Straight up here, you can take the train around the whole map and have like a good old time, just like being in jolly old London. Straight up, catch some fish and chips at the east, go beat up some thugs in the north, go some clothes shopping in the west. It's like, it's fine, it's lovely in that regard. And yeah, it's just, genuinely, London is the most perfect mid setting because it has exact amount of things that are good, balanced with the exact amount of things that are kind of ass. And yeah, I think London is kind of mid, and yeah, straight up, I think that's where we're gonna leave it. Next. This encapsulates both 3 and Rogue, New York, Boston, the homestead, the Arctic waters, all of it. This one, I think, straight up is in the exact same boat as London. That's why it's going into mid, straight up. And that's because, look, the homestead is kind of like fun. Oh, you run around trees, stuff like that. Being Radonageddon and stuff like that. But like, once you Shea, and like, again, the sea, a lot of that is just worthless real estate. Places where you go, like New York and such, it's fine, but like the colonial stuff As it is, it's kind of like meh. It kind of, for me personally at least, that is, it's kind of not that interesting to be there like the most. The soundtrack, I think 3's soundtrack was good, and I think Rogue had some pretty good shanties. Not all of them. I hate the donkey one. That one was so bad. The other ones were good. I mean, but 3's soundtrack is not all of it. It's not that good. But like, yeah, I think it's just gonna be a mid, straight up. It's. I feel the exact same way about New York as I do about London. Straight up, when I think about the maps, all of it, everything that it comes with is the exact same type of feeling. It's the exact same type of like middle of the road, good, bad. Yeah. Straight up. Next. Up next we got England, Norway from Valhalla. I mean, it's literally like Odyssey's map, but just different shades. And again, it's just too big. Straight up, I was in Norway and it's for like so long, it's just like, this is too big. It's just the wilderness. This is not goddamn Call of the Wild. It's Assassin's Creed. And just like the London in on the English continent is just, it's just like, bro, it just sucks. This one is trash. Swear to God, it's not as bad as Greece, but like, it's not good. It's just like, it sucks. It's not fun. It's not engaging. It's just too big, too wide, too many open spaces. And like the soundtrack is kind of ass. The characters and like the vibe. Yeah, the architecture is pretty good. But like the clothing, but like the ambiance, the vibes are just like, can we have Velen? We have Velen at home. Velen from The Witcher 3. It's just that. Ugh, yeah, whatever. It's just that. Next. And finally, we're finishing this off with Paris. This one is good. This one's really good. This one, straight up, this one is one of the most interesting one. And that is simply due to the fact of the crowd mechanics, of like the crowd simulation, of that whole mechanic. Brale, Paris feels fan-fucking-tastic with all those NPCs. Straight up, it feels alive. Roussillon feels, oof, grande, truly, grande, oof, magnifique. Oh my God, it really does feel amazing. And everything, like from Notre Dame to Versailles, everything just feels really good. The soundtrack is good. I like Unity soundtracks, I really do. Not as much as the other, but it's above mid, I would say. But the ambiance, language, the clothes, the architecture, the movement, everything, it's colored gorgeous. The map looks gorgeous to this day. But this is a 2014 game and it looks like it was made like 2 years ago. Straight up. Or like even something that came out today. It looks fantastic. But here's the thing though. It's a bit dull looking though. It's not as colorful. It's a lot of grays, a lot of blues, a lot of greens. It's not as vibrant as Baghdad or Italy, or Constantinople has a lot of other values for as well. But like, you know what? I think I'm gonna put this one at the top of solid. It's better than Egypt, straight up. It is. It's better than Egypt in so many ways. But I don't think it really, like Baghdad is like barely an S, barely. But like straight up, it covers everything it needs to. It elevates it very beautifully in that regard. And I think Paris, if it was just a bit more colorful, just a bit more vibrant, it would have been straight up into S. But everything else, it's got covered. This is like the only one that like really has. This is probably when it comes to like the mechanic wise, like how I said, like in the Caribbean, how they lack that and such. This is the one that I think is most well designed, because straight up that crowd mechanic and everything around it, fantastic. So yeah, that is my list. These are the settings, the maps, the cities we've been to, the places, the countries, the regions, and yeah, this is how I feel. I think this one really is to taste. I think for some of them I made a couple of arguments, you know, be it age, be it like size, stuff like that. But like it generally really comes down to what are you into, because like again, my top's Constantinople, and that's just because of like my taste. But like this one can really go differently. But like I think I can't say I'm on the money with this one. This one generally can go either way. There's like 12 of them, so you can pick a lot. But yeah, hey, let me know in the comments, like, what's your favorite setting? What's kind of like the ones you think they did good, they did bad? Also, maybe let me know what's kind of like the settings you want to see, because like at this point we kind of like really like did a well-rounded set. I am kind of interested in though like what we might see going into the future, what you might even see. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Thank you for watching. Please join the streams every day at 5 in the afternoon CEST time on YouTube Kick and X. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the videos around. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Please eat, please hydrate, please exercise. Thank you for watching, and thank you.